She says that she could stab someone's eyes out. No, that was last episode.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We made it to episode 70. We did not die.
Nope, we're still here. I don't want to jinx it, though. There is an impending severe thunderstorm tornado watch on
To
the...
be fair, it looks lighter out that window.
It also looks hella windy.
It does look hella windy.
Eep. Anyways, hopefully the apartment stays standing and this
At least
isn't
we're
some act
underground.
of the universe trying to
Kill you.
kill you. Yeah, kill you, kill me, kill my dreams. It's fine. That's a weekly thing. Yeah, welcome back. I am Erin.
I'm Jade, and we are unapologetic introverts.
Yeah, I'm pretty unapologetic this week.
Me? And too.
I'm over like everything. I don't like real estate agents. Can I just rant for 20 seconds? I'm sorry. Get better. Be better humans. Stop being last minute demandy people. Yeah. There are some that I really appreciate. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Some that I've met that are absolutely awesome, but a lot of them driving me crazy. Like,
I'll stab them with my nails for you.
why do you need to rush on business cards? Like, you're a real estate agent. Send them to a website.
Yeah, also...
Is it that hard to sell houses these days? I don't know.
Why did you wait until the last minute
Yeah.
to restock them?
Yeah. Also, why do you guys keep switching real estate agents, like agencies? Like, I don't get it.
There's too many of them.
There is too many of them, and then they swap, and then they're like, oh, now I need everything rebranded. It's like, but I want it cheap.
No.
But that's not how that works. Like, you swapped, so now you have to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
Like,
2025. Shit costs money.
everything costs money. It's insane. Anyways, rant over. Not that I'll ever work with a real estate agent because, let's just be honest, never going to afford a house, so it's fine. Book updates or intro first?
You should probably intro.
Okay, intro. Okay, what were we talking about today? The episode is called Cough Cough because, as we briefly mentioned last week, we were going to talk about some rare diseases / sicknesses / health stuff, disorders. Yeah, whatever
And
falls under the umbrella of health.
So searching up rare, I was like, oh, these are rare, but I know about them. My brain was like, that's not rare. You know about it.
I found out about one that I had no clue about, and I was like, what?
Okay, I'm here for it.
What? And I made sure I did not talk about yours at all.
Okay.
So we're going to jump into, in a few moments, what I promised you.
15 at minimum minutes.
Yeah. At least, in a few hot minutes. It's fine. I'm going to talk about the bubonic plague because we touched on that last week, and I was like, I know nothing about this.
Yeah,
and
no,
the
me
differences
either.
are, I deep dived into that
Hell
shit.
yeah.
And I have the whole history, and holy smokes, lots to know about that.
Get vaccinated, friends.
Yes, seriously. Thank fuck for antibiotics. That's all I gotta say. Book update. Oh my god! I finished a book.
Oh, you finished it.
I finished a whole book. I don't even know how many pages.
Wait, which one are you talking about? You had 2 on the go.
Wait, what do you
Listening
mean?
or reading?
Oh, I finished the listening one, and then I finished the reading one.
So you finished 2 books.
Yeah, I know. Like, insane, right? It's crazy. I wanted to know, because, like, I don't get to talk about this very often, but I wanted to know my page count.
Hell yeah. For which one?
For the actual book.
The actual book?
Yeah.
The pretty yellow.
The pretty yellow one.
Book.
The one that's like book number 5 of like 7 of them, and people are like, you're supposed to read them together, and I'm like, no.
No, I just wanted this story.
Only one I wanted to read. And why is nothing giving me a page count? I hate that. Grr, it's giving me the audio, but not the...
That's rude.
What do we got? Oh, sorry. It's the 5th book out of 6. 522 pages.
I'm so proud of you.
I
You
did
read
that
in what, 3
days?
days?
3 days. I wanted to read it in 2 days, but
You also had to sleep. I had text messages at like 12:30.
Yeah.
Oh, I should go to bed.
I should go to bed. This is why I don't read books, because I don't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It was really good. It was, I don't know, lacking some plot. A lot of stuff happened in like the last 3 chapters. And I'm like, whoa, we could have thrown that in the plot
Yeah.
like 15 chapters ago, and this might have fed in a little bit more, but it's fine. The characters were
Great.
the stars.
That's
yeah,
good.
it's so funny.
Yeah, you sent me some teasers, and it looked good.
I'm gonna listen to the audiobook because it's got the same voice actor from Caught Up, and I think I will die laughing so much because he's the crazy one.
Oh, of course.
So worth it. Also lots of English accents, which is really
yes.
hard to imagine in your head.
You know, I got sent a reel the other day by a coworker. Not the other day, a while ago by a coworker, and it was like a wife explaining how she was having trouble reading this one book because she couldn't get through it as fast because she had to do an Irish accent in her head, and they were like, "Do you do this?" And I was like, "No." And then I thought about it, and I went, "Yes."
Yes, but it can be tricky. You have to listen to some voices.
I have to know.
No, right? So you have to like go listen to Hosier for a bit for the Irish accent, and then jump into some English band. Cough, cough.
Yeah. Because I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, most of my books are like American. And I went, gee, you just read a book and it had an Australian guy in it. I was like, oh, right.
Yeah, but it's hard to swap back and forth when one's American and one
It
is.
is. It
one
helps
is English.
when an author like puts in the book that the character who has an accent is like making fun of their accent and says something like a catchphrase, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
Oh right. Yeah, we're back to that. Anyways, good
That's
times.
good. And Caught Up was good.
Caught Up was freaking hilarious.
Do we think there's gonna be a third one?
I hope so.
Did we meet anyone new?
I don't think we met anyone particularly new, but I feel like it could be any of the brothers
Oh, okay.
of Nicholas.
I don't know. His name's Junior and Lights Out.
His name is real Nick.
Real Nick.
Yeah. It's Italian Nick.
Yeah. Okay.
Nico. I don't know.
It's fine.
I don't know. I just read two
This is why
books
they
with
call
the
him
main
Junior.
characters named Nick,
Yeah.
and it's played by the same guy. And like,
You had a little happy glitter moment.
it was so funny. I was like, "What is this? I can't believe it."
That's good.
It's the same character. I'm reading the same books over and over again.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's what books are for.
You?
I finally started Every Golden Summer by Carly Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her books so much. I forgot how much I loved her books. She is Canadian. I don't know where she's from. I'm going to assume she's from Ontario.
Probably.
Because
It's the only province in this country.
like, so her characters always talk about Toronto. And the last one I read was This Summer Will Be Different, and it was the one that took place in PEI, right? So she's got the map of PEI that we can look at. And it talked about like living in Toronto and and this one takes place in Barry's Bay.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, yeah, I came off the 401 and we went through Burleigh Falls and we stopped in Bancroft at Coworth Dairy, and I was like, I just feel like I'm in the book.
Holy shit, I've been there.
It just,
What?
I love it. I love it.
That's
I love
crazy.
it.
It's also weird because you're like, hold on a minute. I know exactly what that looks like.
And
you don't
how?
have to like fake, like, they're like, oh, we're in New York. And you're like, oh,
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Buildings and stuff.
Garbage and pee.
Rats. Ooh.
I think I need a Charlie man in my life.
Yeah.
He got introduced and I was like, I love you. You're great.
Can you marry me? Oh, wait, you're a fictional.
You're
character.
fictional.
Damn it.
So I still have to read Every Summer After.
6'3",
He's tall.
dark hair.
I don't think
Blue
he has super
eyes?
dark hair. No, he's got like hazily green eyes.
Oh, I see.
But the mannerisms and the sarcasm, I'm like,
Oh, we live for that. We live for a slightly crazy
yeah,
tall person.
won't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Takes care of grandma.
There we go.
Seems like a real nice man, but I need to read Every Summer After because that's where you meet Charlie.
Oh, okay.
But it's not his story. And then, so I think that was like the first book that she wrote. And then she's wanted to tell Charlie's story, even though it's from Alice's perspective. But Every Summer After is becoming a TV show on Amazon.
Interesting. Hopefully they don't ruin it.
Yeah, hopefully not. Also, Love Hypothesis is becoming an Amazon TV show.
I heard about this, and don't know. I like the actor choices, if that's what they were. I don't know if that's what the TikToks were all about.
Yeah.
But or I thought maybe some person was just making shit up. But
No.
that's kind of cool.
I was so excited.
I think it'll be fun.
And then they're filming in Montreal at a school.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Trip to Montreal.
I also just think it's funny that it's what are their names? I don't know, the Star Wars people.
Oh, Ray and Kylo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like technically like a fanfic of them, whatever, based off of, and the guy who's playing Adam is married to the girl who plays.
It's fine.
I thought it was funny.
Cool. So funny.
But I like Lily Reinhart a lot, and she's also producing. So I hope it's
sick.
good.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be,
I think
straight to TV, but good.
Yeah. I'm so excited. That was my book update. Do you want my cat update?
Yeah, I've just been curious about this.
My cats have forever been scared of outside.
Yes.
Last week, so just took it upon himself that every time the back door is open, he runs outside. I'm like, I'm going to kick you.
Why is he going outside?
I don't know.
Does he come back in?
Well, he gets, what are you doing? And like smushed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? You don't like outside.
And
you hide behind the barbecue.
What
happened?
Gotta be careful now.
So now we gotta watch the cat, which is super duper duper fun.
What are you doing, Sid?
I know. Basically, all of the points are from me.
They are. I did not. Well, I mean, I can talk about some of these things. I can agree with you on some of these things too. You're okay. Why is IG driving you nuts? And let me corroborate why.
I didn't want to schedule the posts for our posts off of my phone, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it from my iPad.
You can't.
Why is it still this big on my screen? Just format your app, please.
It's so tiny, and it's terrible.
It wouldn't load.
You can't.
I couldn't do anything.
You can't do it from the Meta Business Hub.
No. Which
is so annoying. It's like you run Instagram.
Well, no.
You run Facebook. No, only if you have a Facebook account.
Oh,
can you actually run
the
Instagram, which is so stupid because they run all. And I don't want to open a Facebook account for. It's so pointless.
Yeah, so just perpetually mad at Instagram forever.
Useless. Stupid app.
Yeah. Algorithm sucks. Format sucks.
And they keep changing the
Reels
profile. So frustrating.
Yeah, that's why I'm mad at Instagram.
Okay. I'm with you there. It's shit.
It is shit.
Social media sucks.
It does.
Hate it. I'm so not interested in being a content manager for any of it. Don't ask me. Don't ask me to do it. I say no every time. I have to draw a line. That's my boundaries for this year. Is anybody who's asked me to run their social media stuff, I'm like, no. I can't even run my own. Have you seen my own? You want to trust me with yours? Are you fucking insane? Anyway, what's the wild update regarding your murder? Something's happened?
No, a connection. So, Muriel was in Sweden for 3 weeks and I haven't seen her.
Yeah.
And she came back, and the second day she was back, I was like, have you been listening to any podcasts? Because she listens to the most random podcasts every day. It's like bouncing from murder to manatees to whales to...
You know what? Muriel.
I don't know where she finds it all.
That's amazing.
And she was talking about the Idaho murders, which also that trial is going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. And I went, we talked about murder on the podcast last week. She goes, oh, really? I said, yeah. I said, I found a Canadian serial killer that I've never heard of. And I pronounced his name. Apparently it's not Millard, it's Millard. She instantly knew. And I was like
duck.
Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
You know, she goes, so her grandmother's boyfriend, I don't know if he owned the marina or was like in a family or whatever, but she goes, he stayed at so-and-so's marina and paid with a grocery bag full of cash. And I was like, what the fuck?
What? That's insane.
I was like, this is so weird.
2 degrees of separation. That's friggin' nuts.
She goes, he was like rich, right? I went, rich and fucking stupid.
So stupid.
You cannot Google what temperature to cremate a body at and expect to not get caught.
Yeah, that's what?
Delete your search history. Do not have barn smell check at like 6 p.m. Do not go BBQ ready for meat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I can't get over that. But that is the connection that I found out this week. I was like, oh my God, I have to tell Aaron.
And you did? And
I
right
did.
now I'm like,
Paid with a grocery bag full of cash.
that's such a little detail, but it's like, oh, you were around that person. That's so sketchy. What the fuck? He could have murdered you. What?
Oh, so crazy.
Insane.
Also so sketchy.
What the? I mean, yeah. At what point do you stand there and you're like, oh, thanks for this grocery bag full of cash. This isn't in any way or shape. Like maybe one day if I was rich enough and I was like going to my tattoo artist and I'm just like, here's my grocery bag full of cash, you know, like that's like the least sketchy thing you can probably do at a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Speaking of like tattoos and metal,
I was like, where are you going with this?
yeah, I was trying to, transition into the next part, but it's the segue. We're trying to segue.
I hate that word. I hate English. It's
When
not
you
how
told me how
segue.
that was actually spelt, I was like, no.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's Segway.
Yeah. No, that's just a brand.
No, that's the brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going through a rough week.
Yeah.
Of people just passing away. What was it, yesterday? No, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And today we had Hulk Hogan this morning.
Yeah, at like 9:30 there was a medical emergency.
Just,
And what, Ozzy on Tuesday?
17 days after
At least he got
his
to do
farewell
that, though.
show. I mean, yeah, but people are saying it was the most metal thing ever because he was basically 10 hours of his funeral.
Yeah.
And he was there for it.
Mm-hmm.
You had 10 hours of people basically worshiping your entire career,
I know.
which is insane. I'm so glad that he got
happened.
to experience that and his family got to be there and all that goodness happened because that was probably a lot of closure.
Yeah.
For
And he had like an amazing time. Yeah. I bet.
honestly, it looked like he was fucking jamming it, even though it's like, they lifted him with the
chair
and
everything.
stuff. But that was so sick.
That was really good.
That
was crazy though.
I've always been a huge fan of Black Sabbath, but damn, like it's hard. It's hard. He was only 76, but diseases.
The morbid part of me wants to be like, what actually killed you?
Oh, it was probably complications due to Parkinson's.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Because I think his body was basically failing him. That's why he couldn't really stand or perform fully at the show. He even talked about that with Youngblood. He was like, my body's basically failing me. I can't even stand anymore. Like, it's like, yeah, that's rough. So
it's a tough disease.
Yeah.
Speaking of diseases.
Yeah, we're talking about diseases today.
I don't know what happened to Hulk Hogan.
I don't know either. I've never really followed Hulk Hogan.
It was just always around growing up.
Yeah. I don't know. He had that weird porno in like 2014 or something.
Okay.
2012. People were like, "What?"
Oh damn.
That's like Hulk Hogan. And I'm like, no,
it was crazy though because Ozzy passed away and Trisha had her baby.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Okay, you took the wrong person." Universe. And then people were tweeting like, there's literally tweets from 2 days ago being like, "Okay, if we let you take Hulk Hogan, will you give Ozzy back?" I was like,
oh no. And the universe was like, gotcha.
Someone else died today too that I don't know. And they were like, what is going on? Like Trish's baby took the wrong person. Now it's out for blood. I was like, oh my
this poor
God.
baby's got a curse on
the
its
baby's
head.
name is Aquaman, okay?
Okay, yes, I did see that. Oh, why would you name your child that? That just guarantees them.
Just, I don't know.
It's
we were
nuts.
like, you were supposed to take out the president, not Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
You took out Betty White, the queen. No,
Rip.
the queen, another guy, not Betty White.
Wasn't it the king?
No, they didn't care about the
I
queen.
can't remember.
No, she first took out the queen, and then it was someone else, and then it was Ozzy.
Remember. I remember talking about this many episodes ago, being like, okay, well.
It's such a weird thing that some internet troll has gone onto, and now it's just stuck, and
now it just exists, and she's,
she's tied her tube,
cursing
so now it's,
the world.
Now it's done.
Everybody lives forever now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shit.
Damn it. That's so long. What did you do last night? I'm really concerned. This is not a me note. None of this is me note.
Okay. I have so many cardboard boxes in my house for my cats. We have a David's tea box that is just beat to shit.
Mm-hmm.
And so it eats it, and we originally just like used it to weigh them, to like stick them in it instead on the scale, because they just sit there like little weirdos. And now it sits upright, so like if you're looking at it, you can see inside of it. All the sides are folded in, and it's against the back of the counter, and it's like in between the cats so that they don't stare at each other when they eat, because they're freaks. And that's just where it sits. That's where it has sat for the last like 3 years. Clearly someone had moved it a little bit, and the timer went off for the potatoes, and no one was inside. So I was like, ugh. So I like got up to go get it, and it was in my way enough that I whacked it with my shin, but it wasn't far enough away to like get pushed against the dishwasher and like go around the corner. It just like stuck. So I really fucking hit the cardboard box. I have a goose egg on my shin and a bruise and a cut.
Jesus Christ.
From a cardboard box. I was so mad. I kicked it across the kitchen and swore so loudly.
Causing yourself even more damage.
It hurt so much. I was like, how did this injure me? Like, there's still a goose egg. How did that? I got injured from a cardboard David's tea box that my cat has eaten half of.
Oh my God. Is this why you needed an MRI?
No. So we all know that MRIs are very powerful magnets.
Yep.
We talked about the lady that had something inside of her. And
it was the butt plug.
Yeah, okay. We talked about that.
Why?
How about recently, last week?
No.
How this happened is beyond me. Okay, it's not even the person in the MRI machine.
Yep.
A girlfriend is having an MRI done. They bring the boyfriend back to see her
During an MRI?
I don't know what's going on.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
We have, I don't know, somewhere in the States, I think it was.
Oh.
We don't do that. As professionals, doctors, MRI techs, you know there are magnets. Why would you let someone in there? They go, oh, he's got a chain. He got sucked into the machine. He died. I'm very sorry. He died. Then we learn it's a 20-pound chain for exercise. Why the fuck was he in the room?
Why wouldn't they have a why at all? It's a magnet. It doesn't shut off. It's literally a magnet.
I saw the thing that reminded me today why I added this. A doctor was in a room. Clearly the machine is on. No one's in it. And he's tied a staple to a string. And it is being 20 pounds.
Yes. Why would you have a 20-pound necklace on?
Oh, it's for exercise. Bro, if you don't know that an MRI has magnets, that's natural selection.
Exercise,
I can't steal that. That's from the internet. But like, what the fuck? What the fuck to the doctors? What the fuck to the man who had the chain and chose to go into that room?
Exercise or exorcism through decapitation.
Oh my, like
what the fuck?
If the staple.
Was she in there too when he
I don't know.
like,
I'm gonna have to Google.
That's so insane.
Everyone was like, Final Destination? Like the new one that just came out, because that's a scene. He literally gets bent in half.
That's fucking
But I was
weird.
like, could you imagine? That would be so fast.
Yeah, it's like
as soon as you open the door, he'd be gone.
Well, he'd probably be feeling it before it got to the door. It's a giant fucking magnet.
I don't understand.
It doesn't get shut off, and I don't understand like
who let him in. Why did he go in?
That's a malpractice suit. Because like
that's why you're fucking stupid. Sorry, so I just make ill of the dead. But are you joking?
Like, why would you even go near? Like, it's.
I don't know all the details because like when it came out, everyone was like, what the fuck?
That's insane.
Yeah, that happened. More MRI stories. Guys, magnets.
Magnets.
You can't have anything.
No, they go through a really freaking
Also,
thorough
they're probably not
checking
supposed to bring people back
process.
to see what the fuck.
No, it's literally a closed off room, and they stand in the next room with a bunch of computer screens looking at your stuff while it's...
Oh, so crazy, so wild. Again, rest in peace. I don't even know his name, but like, what the That's so wild.
Wild. Sorry, I'm trying to pay my way into...
I know, it's okay.
Into...
Another fun fact about today, because 2 weeks ago? No. Yeah. I went, it's a full moon. Aaron, it's a new moon.
It's a new moon already. Wow. Well, the time goes by so quickly.
I know. The past month?
I don't know what happened.
Where did it go?
It's all of a sudden August.
I know. And then it's going to be September. And yay, PEI. And then it's going to be October. Oh my God, Halloween. And then November.
Fucking cold.
And then December. And then it's going to be like, oh, just kidding. You're going into 2026. Shut up.
Can't do it. No.
I don't want to. I don't want to. It's too fast.
Interesting.
Okay.
Shower thought. Actually relevant.
Sorry.
2 deaths of celebrities with alliterative names
Oh.
who both had reality shows about their families within 1 week. Someone better keep an eye on those Kardashians.
Oh, right, because Hulk Hogan had a TV show.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
I forgot
Ozzy
about
Osbourne
that.
had a TV
I
show
know that.
about their families. So, heads up, Kardashians. Hang in there.
Jesus. Oh, God.
It's alliteration week.
Ugh.
That's actually a really good...
The universe is just being really weird.
I don't know, man. This week, I've been so unnecessarily angry.
I still can't listen to music.
Me either. I'm stuck.
I've been listening to Murder
I've been listening to one song on
for
repeat.
4 weeks.
Which is hilarious.
What song? The song that you have here?
No,
Oh.
actually, because I picked this song weeks ago. I'm going to replace it with the one that I am listening to. Running in Circles by Dead Poet Society. It's so good.
I don't know if I know that. I might.
It's so good. I recommend you listen to it.
I'll listen to it as soon as we stop recording.
Sick.
I've got What If You Change by, I'm going to pronounce it, The Wildlife. There's just no eyes.
Yeah.
This is the band that the one day I heard a song and I went, Aaron, it sounds like this other band that I cannot get it. It's like, it's supposed to be its lead singer. No, Jade, it's just a different fucking song that you know of by them. That was a real struggle.
Oh my God.
I've heard of the Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, you have.
Definitely.
You've showed me the Hurt song.
Hurt?
Yeah, Hurt.
Oh no. I have so many songs.
Hurt featuring The Warning. We listened to it before.
Okay.
You showed me this.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
This week we were talking about rare diseases. Because last week we realized the pneumonic plague was touching base, which is
apparently
terrible.
it touches base every goddamn year in the U.S.
Apparently. God. Okay. Here we go.
There was more than one plague.
There's actually 3 different types.
Oh my God.
But let's dive in here. We're not going to talk about the pneumonic plague yet. We're going to talk about the bubonic plague and then versus the pneumonic plague.
Okay.
What the difference is.
Hit me.
The bubonic plague is an ancient zoonotic disease.
Zoonotic?
Yes, zoonotic. Caused by Y. pestis. Okay. It was first identified in 1894 by Alexandra Yersin and Katasato during a Hong Kong outbreak, which is like a long time ago.
Yes.
But also you have to think about, like, science wasn't even that well developed, and it's like 1894 and they're like, oh shit, like, what is this? It's killing people. Anyways, large epidemics occurred for centuries beforehand, including the Justinian plague in from 541 to 549 AD, which is after the death of Christ.
Right. I was just going to ask.
Yeah. Okay. Because everything before then is before, and everything after that is religious. The deadliest outbreak was the 14th century, what we call Black Death.
Yes.
Which took place between 1347 and 1351.
I didn't realize it was that fucking old. Oh my god, so sorry. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's ancient. It
really is.
Guess how many people were estimated to be killed?
Millions.
25 to 50 million people in Europe alone.
Oh my god.
With at least another 50 million globally. They don't know because obviously no one was keeping statistics back then.
Like you're
just piling bodies in the street.
Your hands. Yeah. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, there's maybe not even streets. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that great at European history.
Yeah, I don't know what the 1400s looked like.
In short, the bubonic plague has historically been one of the world's most devastating diseases.
You think?
So, Yersinia pestis, which is why they call it Y. pestis, was discovered in 1894 by Alexander Yersin. It confirmed the bacterial cause of the plague. So, they call it the plague.
Yep.
However, pandemic plague outbreaks were recorded long before this. For example, the Justinian one that we talked about back in 541 AD. That swept through the Byzantine Empire, and later the Black Death, as we call it, followed by basically killing a whole bunch of people in Eurasia. Lots of people dying, millions of people dying. It's literally one of the deadliest diseases in history. And I never, I didn't even think about that. I thought maybe there was something worse.
I knew it was deadly. I think it's because it's so old. We just think, oh yeah, you had you didn't wash, you didn't have medicine. Yeah, that's why you all died.
That's why you died. Anyways, the Black Death alone estimated to kill about half of Europe's population at the time.
Holy crap.
Worldwide tolls across all plague pandemics lately exceeded over tens of millions.
Wow.
Obviously, nobody knows for sure because nobody had the ability to track deaths across multiple nations.
Carrier pigeons can only do so much.
Anyways, so what is the difference between the bubonic and pneumonic forms? Y. pestis causes 3 plague forms, but the most common is the bubonic plague. Okay. This is the one that infects lymph nodes. It causes fever, chills, and severely painful swollen lymph glands, otherwise known as buboes. Typically in the groin or the armpits.
Is that why it's called bubonic plague?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Pneumonic plague occurs when the bacteria infect the lungs.
Yeah.
So it produces severe pneumonia. So you're coughing out blood.
You're dead.
You experience respiratory failure because you can't breathe.
Yeah.
Not so fun. And they differ in the way that they're transmitted. So bubonic plague is spread by flea bites.
What the fuck?
Yeah, pretty wild, eh? Rats were massive.
Fair, yes. Go back to the cleanliness.
Yeah. Rats were very good at transmitting these because fleas lived on them. Whereas the pneumonic plague is actually spread person to person via respiratory droplets. Wow, this sounds so familiar.
Wow.
What? No way. Basically, though, the weird thing about this is untreated bubonic plague, it can become the secondary pneumonic plague.
Oh.
But primary pneumonic plague, which is like inhaling the bacteria, is much rarer. Until last week, apparently.
Yeah. Somewhere down in Arizona, I think it was.
Yeah. So pneumonic plague is far more lethal, which sucks. Without actual antibiotics, it's literally always fatal.
Cool.
So dead. But that's all right because the bubonic plague is 95% survivable.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. In modern days.
That's crazy.
Because we have medicine.
We also wash.
Yes.
And we don't live with rats.
Well, yeah. Some of us do.
So, yeah.
Pet rats. The good ones. The flealess ones. They're not all bad.
That's not where I was going to go.
Yeah, so the plague still exists today.
Yeah.
But it's now very, very rare, which is, unless you live in America.
The States. Apparently they have at least like an average of like 7 cases a year of pneumonic plague in the States.
Yeah, about to get to that. This is all because we've improved sanitary conditions, killed off a lot of rats.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that sometime. Alberta's
I saw a TikTok of that and I was like,
rat history. It's insane.
Oh,
absolutely
okay.
Nuts. And antibiotics. Only about 1,000 to 2,000 cases occur worldwide each year.
oh,
So that's actually still a lot of people.
that is a lot of people still.
The plague still exists in many parts of Africa, especially Madagascar and the Democratic Republic of Congo, Asia, and the Western U.S. Don't ask me why it's just the Western U.S., but the Western
crazy.
U.S.
Just kidding. I don't know.
They
where
got
all
lots
the
of
states
rats,
are.
I guess, maybe.
Maybe.
The U.S. typically sees 5 to 10 cases per year,
What the fuck?
which is pretty wild.
That's so crazy.
And despite occasional outbreaks, such as the one apparently that happened in 2017 in Madagascar, modern plague is rarely approaching the level of medieval severity, which, no shit. Because,
Thank God.
Again, science and antibiotics and showers.
Yeah.
I hear those are good.
Those are always nice.
Yeah, anyways, lots of antibiotic treatment now prevents a lot of people from dying, so that's great. But yeah, I thought that was the quick breakdown on bubonic versus pneumonic, but there's that just blew my mind. I didn't realize how many millions of people that killed. Imagine being alive at that time and being like, well, I'm only going to live to 25, and then you just die at 18 because
Yeah, the life expectancy
what shit
over time always is you're telling me the average life expectancy was 35?
I would be dying in a year.
What the hell?
Just bye-bye. Short life.
Really short.
They probably
life.
lived really hard though.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
It's just drunk all the time. It's the only way to survive. Drink that wine.
Oh, and anytime I hear, because I've been listening to the murder podcast for the past fucking month because music sucks, they've got stories from the 1800s and stuff, and I'm like, that sounds ancient.
It is ancient.
But then we talk about the plague and it's even ancienter.
It's so ancient. It probably predates all of this, but we just can't talk about it, right? Because
so crazy.
Verbal history wasn't a thing.
What is time?
What is time? What is space?
I keep seeing all these tweets from all these space accounts that I'm like, I don't know if you bought your check mark or if you're actually credentialed, but you're saying cool shit.
Yeah, that's the shitty part about the internet now. Everybody can fake being everyone else.
NASA, where you at?
NASA, be the true guide, the real thing for us.
Please.
We need to know, is it real? Anyway. So what are you talking about?
I'm going to talk about Huntington's disease.
Okay.
Which, to me, I've definitely heard of, but I was like...
I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't know it was rare.
I didn't know it was rare.
Well, I say rare. I knew it wasn't everyone's going to have Huntington's disease, but all the rare ones that I knew about, I was like, oh. It didn't click. I don't know.
Well, at least we can raise awareness. And
Yeah. I found when I was searching for rare diseases, which was hard to do for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
I was struggling with Google.
Maybe I'm not as well informed as you on the rare disease
I don't
chart.
know, man. I don't know why I know all this stuff. So I was on the Canadian Organization for Rare Diseases website looking, because it was the Google search made it look like they had a directory. They did not. It's fine. But they had 4 facts that I thought were interesting. So 80% of rare diseases are caused by genetic changes. And I think this is for Canadian, fact pulling from resources, that kind of stuff. Because I'm on the Canadian website. So it could be different around the world. 25% of children with rare diseases will not live to see their 10th birthday. That is so
That's a quarter
heartbreaking.
of children's.
So heartbreaking. 1 in 12 Canadians will be affected by a rare disease, and only 60% of treatments of rare disorders make it into Canada.
Ugh.
The amount of news stories about like this child is super duper sick, but the drug's not legal in Canada yet, and it's gonna cost this much. Like, I get
insane. I just don't get why.
Thank you for the extra testing and protection and yada yada, wanting things to be like good, but like,
when you don't
my
have
god, they're dying.
Yeah, it's like, can we just try this?
But then for the states,
option.
it's like, I can't pay you $100,000.
Yeah, some people like treatment is thousands of dollars a month.
I know, it's crazy.
And I'm like, how you're bankrupt, essentially.
Oh, 100%.
Just to stay alive. That's insane.
Yeah. So then I was on the National Institute of, no, I wasn't there. I was somewhere else, and I found the list, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do Huntington's disease. So then from that list, I went to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, and that's where I got all my info from. So
cool.
I'm going to run through it. It's actually, I realized after I was done typing, it's quite a bit. So I'm going to try and not take up too much of your time.
Oh, it's fine.
So I'm going to explain the background, the symptoms, how it's diagnosed, and treatment options. And at the end, I just copy and pasted because it was like research updates and yada, yada, yada.
Interesting.
And I know I'm going to butcher the name if I say it more than like 3 times. So I'm going to call it HD because that's what they refer to it as.
Yes. And just to reiterate, it's Huntington's disease.
Yes. So HD is a disorder that causes the neurons in part of the brain to gradually break down and eventually die. It attacks areas of the brain that aid in controlling voluntary, intentional movement. And people who have HD develop uncontrollable movement. So these are called, and I should have Googled how to pronounce all the things I'm going to say. I'm going to pronounce it as chorea, which are abnormal body postures, problems with behavior. No, sorry. Oh my God, I'm everywhere. Which are called chorea, abnormal body postures, problems with behavior, emotion, thinking, and personality. That's
a wrap.
That's a wrap. I'm done. Goodbye. I really hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's CHOREA.
Yeah. No, I think you are.
So the chorea may present itself as uncontrollable movements in one's fingers, feet, face, or even their torso. And these may become more intense when an individual is nervous or distracted. And as the disease progresses, these movements may become more extreme and obvious to those around them. I need to situate myself, so sorry. It may make it harder to walk for certain individuals and increase the chance of falling. However, some people with Huntington's won't develop chorea. Instead, they may fall on the opposite end of the spectrum and become rigid or stiff and move very little or not at all. This is called, again, might butcher this, akinesia.
Yep.
Some individuals may first develop chorea and transition into akinesia, and some people may also have unchanging postures, which is known as dystonia. Mm-hmm. Akinesia and dystonia sometimes can blend or alternate in a person with HD. HD may also cause physical changes such as slurred speech, problems swallowing, eating, speaking, choking, chest infections, and like noted before, walking. As a result, some individuals may lose weight, suffer from insomnia, lack energy, or just overall be fatigued and experience seizures.
Oof.
Which is not fun.
Not pleasant.
Cognitive changes may include problems with judgment and attention, difficulty problem solving, or making decisions. Other changes can include trouble with driving, prioritizing, organizing, learning new things, remembering facts, bringing thoughts to life, or simply answering a question. These changes tend to get worse as HD progresses until, sadly, people suffering from the disease are no longer able to do everyday things like work, drive, or care for themselves. When the cognitive changes and problems become severe enough where the individual cannot function in their daily life, the condition is often described as dementia. However, people with HD do stay aware of their environments and are able to express their emotions, which I guess differs from dementia patients. Not that I know a lot about dementia. People with HD may also experience changes in behavior. These can include mood swings, irritability, being inactive, feeling apathetic, depressed, or even angry. And unlike the cognitive changes, these may decrease as the disease progresses. However, of course, there are cases where the changes may continue and can progress to angry outbursts, thoughts of suicide, deep depression, and even psychosis. Because of this, individuals with HD may withdraw from social activities that they would attend before the disease became present, which is so sad.
That is.
Since HD is an inherited disorder, those who develop the disease will get it from a mutated gene that is passed down from their parent or parents. When a single parent has HD, their child has a 50% chance of inheriting a copy of chromosome 4. This is the gene that carries the HD mutation. If the child doesn't get the mutation, then they won't develop the disease, and the chance of them, of them passing it down through their family is at a low risk, but it's not eliminated. Genes are weird.
Yeah, but it's pretty crazy that we have science enough to be like,
right?
You can do genetics testing to be like, you're not going to get this, but you can still pass it on, but it's like, you can feel comforted in the fact that comforted if you do not have it, but not so much if you ended up having it, but at least you would know, right?
Yeah. There are cases where someone may develop HD without having a family history of it, and this is called sporadic HD.
Ooh, that would be tragic.
I think it's pretty rare. So the mutation itself happens to a protein called Huntington, hence the name. The mutation causes and go back to your biology class, people, the cysteine, adenine, and I'm going to call it guanine, otherwise known as the CAG in the DNA, to repeat more than they usually do. Usually, people have less than 27 repeats of the CAG in their HD gene and therefore are not at risk to the disease. For people in the mid-range, they have anywhere from 27 to 35 repeats, and they're not likely to develop it, but there's a possibility they could still pass it down. Those who have Huntington's can have 36 or more repeats of the CAG in the HD gene.
It's so strange how to understand that. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Neither am I. I just know the DNA looks weird.
I don't understand.
So that was a little bit of the background and the symptoms. For diagnosis and treatment, doctors often use a combination of different tests and other information to determine if one has HD. They can include medical history, neurological tests, brain imaging, and genetic testing, like we said. So for a neurological exam, the doctor can do neurological and physical exams that would review reflexes, balance, muscle tone, hearing, walking, and overall mental status. For imaging, they usually use this if you have a family history or genetic testing comes back inconclusive. That would suck.
Yeah.
They can order you a CT scan, but most likely they'll use an MRI.
Oh, yes. Don't wear a 20-pound chain.
Fuck.
Around your neck.
As HD progresses, these type of scans often reveal shrinkage in portions of the brain and enlarged fluid-filled cavities called ventricles. Though the ventricles do not necessarily mean an HD diagnosis, as they can also be an outcome of other disorders and diseases. People may have early symptoms of HD and have a normal CT and MRI result.
Oh, great. So you can never trust anything.
You'll never know.
Until it's too late.
So the genetic testing allows individuals to determine if they have a mutation, are at risk of developing HD, or in best case scenario can rule out having it altogether. Sadly, there is no treatment or cure or reverse, like stuff to reverse it. But there are treatments for symptoms. Certain medicines can treat the chorea that some people experience. Antipsychotic medicines can be helpful for some. But of course, everything comes with side effects. And so they may make muscle contractum symptoms of HD worse. And medications can be prescribed to help treat, the depression and anxiety as well. And even though there's no treatment, like a lot of other diseases out there, researchers are doing as much as they can and discovering more as time goes on. So are you ready for your research updates?
Yeah, give us the updates. I wonder, is there anything positive? I hope. I mean, they're always researching, right?
Yeah. So where I found it from, the NINDS, I'm not saying the full word again. Funded researchers are trying to get better to understand the cellular and molecular mechanisms involved by HD by investigating, for instance, how the protein affects cell signaling and how its altered structure can contribute to disease. So the following provides an overview of this research. As of right now, I'm just reading straight off the website.
Go.
So I'm not prepared. So a new avenue of NINDS supported research is asking whether additional changes to the gene during development and in adulthood impact disease onset and severity, and whether the HD gene affects the brain overall ability to maintain healthy, undamaged DNA. This work is a promising area for identifying new modifiers of HD onset and progression that may be attractive to drug targets, which is interesting. Excessive chemical signaling between cells in the brain may lead to chronic overexcitation, which is overactivation of neurons to turn on, which is toxic to them. Several labs are investigating whether drugs that counteract excitox something might help against HD. It's like excited without the toxicity.
Okay.
Cutting edge methods such as optogenetics, where neurons are activated or silenced in the brains of living animals using light beams, are being used to probe the cause and progression of cell circuit defects in HD. So that's one. For biomarkers, the NINDS-funded Predict HD study and several international studies are working to identify and validate biomarkers for HD. So biomarkers are biological indicators that can be used to predict, diagnose, or monitor disease. And one goal of Predict HD is to determine if the progression of the disease correlates with changes in brain scan images or with chemical changes in the blood, urine, or cerebrospinal fluid. Another goal is to find measurable changes in personality, mood, and cognition that typically precede the appearance of motor symptoms of HD. And a third phase of Predict HD is ongoing right now. A related NINDS-supported study aims to identify additional human genetic factors that influence the course of the disease. Finding genetic variants that slow or accelerate the pace of disease progression promise to provide support and new targets for disease intervention and therapy. Stem cells. I don't know a lot about stem cells. Through NINDS-funded consortium, I'm learning all the new words today. Researchers are using cultures of cell lines, so they're created from people with HD who have donated skin and blood samples for research to understand why neurons malfunction and die in HD, and rapidly test potential new drugs. Another approach may be to mobilize stem cells that are already there and can move into damaged tissue. Stem cells are like where they can just build stuff, right?
I think so. I don't know either. I don't want to say stuff that I don't know much about.
Yeah, it's so sciencey.
I'm not a scientist.
They have a title called Turning Research into Treatment.
Oh,
Testing investigational drugs may lead to new treatments and at the same time improve our understanding of the disease process of HD. Classes of drugs being tested include those designed to control symptoms, slow the rate of progression, and block the effects of the excitotoxins.
Nice.
They provide support factors that improve neuronal health or suppress metabolic defects that contribute to the development and progression of HD. Several groups of scientists are using gene editing or specific molecules that can interfere with the production of the Huntington protein in cells or animals to stop the production of capital H, lowercase tt, in appropriate locations or amounts. Scientists are using imaging technology to learn how HD affects the chemical systems of the brain, categorize neurons that have died, view changes in the volume and structure of the brain with people with HD, and understand how it affects the functioning of different brain regions. And then even more about the brain. Altered brain development may play an important role in HD. Huntington is expressed during embryonic development and throughout life. Studies in animals have shown that the normal HD gene is vital for brain development. Adults who carry the mutant HD gene but have not yet displayed symptoms show measurable changes in the structure of their brain, even up to 20 years before clinical diagnosis.
Wow.
That's cool. Not cool, but it's cool that you can see it.
Yeah.
An NINDS-funded study is evaluating brain structure and function in children, adolescents, and young adults up to age 30 who are at risk for developing the disease because they have a parent or grandparent with HD. This study is trying to capture potential HD effects during late stages of brain development. Participants who carry the expanded gene will be compared to individuals who carry the gene but have fewer than 9 CAG repeats, as well as to individuals who do not have a history of HD in their family. Changes in brain structure and or function in the gene expand group may point to a development component in HD.
Wow.
That is Huntington's disease in a nutshell.
Yeah, there's so much to it, but
There's so much. And I'm going to put some links or
I think there's numbers if anyone is curious in our description and they want to learn more.
Learn more.
So much.
There's so much to learn about.
Science is wild, man.
Science and health science and like body science. And then not only that, if you start looking outside of yourself and space science, like
I know.
so much science.
Biology and learning about like that and cells and the brain and stuff has always been interesting. I'm like, I'm just too stupid for this.
I'm not there. I didn't do that well. I got through weather in science, and that's about it. I did not do biology. I didn't do any of the big.
I did bio. I loved bio.
Not interested.
Sucked at chemistry.
I did psychology and
did psychology
sociology.
Fair.
Instead of the sciencey stuff.
Love it.
I was more there's always more attuned to the English stuff than the math and the sciences.
What are you gonna tell me about?
I'm gonna talk about something you've probably never ever heard of.
Unless I looked at it the other day.
Maybe. It's called fibrodysplasia ossifications progressiva.
I saw the first word the other day. I don't know if I saw the rest of it.
From now on, I'm going to refer to this as FOP, so I do not have to try and pronounce that.
Good idea.
Yeah, but I'll do it at least one more time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Hang in here with me. Okay. It's called fibrodysplasia ossifications progressiva. FOP is a super ultra rare genetic disorder.
Of course it's a genetic disorder.
Yeah, of course it is. Because what isn't these days? Okay, this is super weird.
Okay.
And yeah. Okay, so basically muscle and connective tissue progressively turn into bone. Yeah. It's really weird. In FOP, soft tissues, including muscles, tendons, and ligaments, ossify aberrantly. So against, normal, forming a second skeleton. And then because you're forming a second skeleton instead of having actual working muscles, you kind of eventually become immobilized.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. Children with FOP are typically born with malformed big toes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So often short or fused. So the bones in the toe are fused together. So they wouldn't be able to bend them.
Is that like weird. A telltale sign?
I think so. Yeah. Huh. These toe anomalies, here we go, are a hallmark that helps distinguish FOP early. So you're ultra rare. I think there's only 900 people in the world that have this. So FOP has earned the nickname Stone Man disease because sufferers are slowly imprisoned by the bone. Creepy. Okay, so history of it. FOP was first described in medical literature in the 17th and 18th centuries. Which,
oh my God.
That's insane. The condition is extremely rare. About 1 in 2 million people worldwide have this.
Damn.
Which accounts to at least 900 people in the whole entire world.
That's crazy.
Its cause was discovered recently, which is kind of cool. Virtually all FOP patients carry a specific mutation in the ACVR1 gene, which encodes a bone morphogenic protein, which is the BMP receptor. This single gene mutation, usually occurring anew, most cases are de novo, causes the body's repair signals to run amok. It triggers normal injury healing processes in soft tissue. So your body's just like, oh, we don't understand what we're doing. And then it's like, oh, we'll just keep building bricks.
It's kind of like if your brain knew your eyes exist, like your immune system knew your eyes exist, but like on steroids.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So instead of repairing muscle or tendon damage normally, the body starts forming bone, which is called heterotopic ossification in inappropriate places. Which is like, patients often refer to FOP as Stone Man syndrome, reflecting how the disease turns their flesh to bone over time. There's like no stopping it either.
No. Of course.
So
not.
Symptoms and progression. FOP symptoms begin in early childhood. So Minor injuries or viral illnesses can actually start triggering these painful flare-ups where muscle tissue begins to swell and then starts to ossify or turn into bone. Heterotopic bone formation typically starts in the neck and shoulders and then progresses downward towards the abdomen, hips, and other limbs. Over months or years, extra bone bridges joints and fuses with the normal skeleton, and then it causes severe loss of mobility because you just basically are getting trapped by your own skeleton. So wild in my head. By the third decade, most patients are wheelchair bound, which is insane. Yeah. Breathing also becomes impaired as your chest muscles also begin to turn into bone. Ugh. Just like trapped in like a bone prison. It's so awful. Because FOP bone is indistinguishable from normal bone, it cannot be removed. Eek. Surgery or injury just provokes more growth, unfortunately. Life expectancy is super shortened. Median lifespan is reported to be about 40 to 56 years old, with many patients dying of complications, often due to respiratory failure by midlife.
Yeah.
Yuck. So diagnosis and the prevalence in it. FOP is usually diagnosed by its characteristic signs. So doctors look for that congenital toe malformation and progressive ossification in imaging studies. So they can basically do x-rays and everything. And it's like, oh, you have a lot of extra bone all of a sudden.
Kind of worrisome.
You may be suffering from this. Since 2006, genetic testing for the ACVR1 mutation can confirm the diagnosis of FOP. But because FOP is so rare, misdiagnosis is very common. Again, that's 1 in 2 million people worldwide. The current registry identify about 800 to 834 known cases globally. For comparison, that's only a few patients per very large country, which is insane. You think like you've been in a room typically with over 800 people at least once in your life, but that's like spread out across the world. It's nuts. Apparent prevalence varies, higher in regions with more reported cases and better diagnosis. Yeah, so that's like, if you have better science, you have a better chance of being diagnosed.
That's
properly.
That checks.
There is no cure or vaccine at all for this. All treatments are supportive, much like Huntington's. Patients need to avoid intramuscular injections, any surgery, any minor trauma, like stubbing your toe would screw you pretty royally.
Me smacking my shin off a cardboard box.
Yeah, that would trigger bone growth. Yeah, which is insane. Medical care currently focuses on pain management, gentle physical therapy, and maximizing comfort. Removing this bone is through surgery is very futile. It grows back immediately and often a lot worse than before. Apparently, there are new drug therapies emerging in late 2024. The retinoid palovarotene.
I hate drugs.
Yeah, palovarotene, brand name Sohanos, was approved by regulatory agencies for FOP. So this palovarotene, I got it, reduces BMP signaling and has been shown to slow the bone formation.
That's promising.
In these clinical trials. So that's nice for considering like they're still doing research for just under 1,000 people across the planet. That's pretty crazy. This is the first approved treatment to ever target FOP's mechanism. Last thing here, going into one other thing. FOP is so extreme that the skeleton of a longtime patient named Harry E. Slack is on display at the Mutter Museum. It's a very graphic illustration of how the body becomes like encased in a secondary skeleton. I've seen the picture. It's pretty wild. Like its skeleton is just literally caged itself. Anywhere that we had like regular muscle, the skeleton, like you could see it was like starting to grow. Nicknamed as the Stone Man. Yeah, if you see that picture, you get why they call it that. It's definitely a super fascinating disease. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about Mr. Harry Eastlack.
Hell yeah, let's meet Harry.
Yeah. Okay, so he was born in Philadelphia November 17th, 1933. Harry appeared healthy except for the malformed big toes.
Oh, God.
A very known early trait of the FOP. His first notable symptoms surfaced at about age 4 or 5, following a childhood accident where his leg was injured. And then it eventually led to them discovering that he had this crazy abnormal bone growth.
Got it.
By age 5-6. So over the following decade, Harry's muscles, ligaments, and tendons started to ossify in a relentless pattern. By his early 20s, his jaw and spine had been locked by bone, leaving him unable to eat solid food and affecting his mobility. Surgical attempts to remove bone only accelerated more bone formation. It's kind of the most cruel thing ever. It's like you're trying and then it just grows back. So Harry spent much of his later life at the Inglis House, which was a care facility for people with severe physical disabilities. And he passed away of pneumonia on November 11th, 1973. So just before his birthday, which is so tragic. It was 6 days. He was almost 40.
That's crazy.
He passed away because of pneumonia, but it was because of mostly the respiratory failure, because his chest was very constricted. Poor Harry.
Poor Harry. I'm looking at the skeleton right now.
Yeah, so this was his gift. Was he understood the value of his body for medical science? So Harry donated his skeleton to the Muir Museum in Philadelphia. Harry. His nearly fully fused skeleton requires almost no wiring to stay upright.
I know, that's crazy.
And it stands as it did in life, making it one of the very few fully fused FOP specimens worldwide.
Damn.
Which is insane. He has been on display since 1979 and a cornerstone for FOP education and research. It has moved research like Fred Kaplan and families, including Carol Orzel, to push for greater understanding of this disease. His skeleton remains one of the most powerful visual aids in communicating the severity of FOP to medical professionals and the public. Insane. If you could imagine if that was more prevalent in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a gene. Again, it comes back to the genes just being
what the hell?
Yeah. You just got to think, what are the microplastics slowly doing to us?
I don't want to know.
Turning us into prisons. Was the skeleton just wild?
Yeah.
You saw it, eh? It's like,
and apparently Carol's is on display too. I can't see it, but I see pictures of her.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
Yeah. Damn, I want to go to this museum.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, again, fuck you, Doug Ford. I love the Science Center when they had like the portion where you could see like the veins and then like the skeleton.
Yeah. Pretty wild, eh?
That's really wild. I have heard about that before, but I didn't know like details.
And the fact that,
So
you really wouldn't
people.
you wouldn't have known what was like happening, really.
No.
Like your whole body just starts to fuse together and trap itself.
And you said it could happen
crazy.
like over months or over years.
Yeah. Just
So it
depends
just
how
depends.
like active your body is and how like ungentle you are to it.
Jesus.
Right? So like I said, if you tripped over that cardboard box, like the
Yeah.
next week your leg could be fused together. Insane.
That is crazy. That was fun.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
I love
learning. Yeah, learning.
Sharing the brain cell.
Sharing the brain cell, the one brain cell we swap out every week and then we join together. to do this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we have to have 2 separate topics and not talk at the same time.
Yeah.
So otherwise I'm like, duh. Am I ending this?
Yep.
Well,
Go right ahead.
that was paranoia inducing. I already spent like way too much time Googling my symptoms and assuming that I'm going to die.
Don't play Dr. Google.
Yeah, from a headache, from, I don't know, a stubbed toe. You name it.
know.
I've probably WebExed it or whatever it is. WebMD'd it and went, yeah. And it's like, sorry. Plan your funeral now.
Yep.
Hopefully none of y'all have these diseases and your week is going awesome. And yeah, if not, email us about it. We want to know. We want to hear your weird stories.
Please.
We want to hear your health stories if you want to share. We want to hear your other stories. We would just want to hear from people in general. That'd be freaking awesome. That being said, you can also just stay in the background and follow us on all the socials because that's also free.
Yeah,
the podcast is free. Well, and maybe if you pay for Spotify or whatever, then
maybe it's not free.
Maybe it's not free, but it's mostly free. It's not like we're making you pay.
We don't have
ads
to
us, right? We don't have ads.
We're not getting paid.
We're not getting paid. Just listen to us. Share us. It's free.
Please.
And maybe I'll even reply personally.
Yeah.
I probably will. I have nothing better to do with my life.
You probably actually have the notifications on your threads. I don't.
I think that's the only social media app I have notifications on. I don't on Instagram. I don't have to physically check it. I don't on TikTok, clearly, because
I do, but after a while it just doesn't do anything.
If I did, I'd probably have 1,000 sitting there right now.
It's fine.
Wherever you are, whenever you are, we hope you're doing good. We hope you aren't flooded. It's kind of weird out.
Is it raining?
I don't know what it's doing out there. It's dark now. It's dark. But the sun's probably going down because it is 9:30 at night.
Yep.
Until we see you again next time, stay unapologetically you. And bye-bye.
I can't reach this. Can I reach it with my toe?
Do it. A little bit.